What's new? It's Gnu, and welcome to Super Mario Odyssey. That's right, I finally made it work. I wanted to play this for a while. I've spent like months trying to make this being able to be recorded. I couldn't record it because it was complicated, and you have no idea how frustrating it is to work with the capture card. But let's just say it took forever to finally get this recorded. But here I am, and here's Mario. Say hi to Mario. Hi, Mario. And we're finally doing it. We're making a video. So, like I mentioned in the update videos recently, I got into speedrunning this game. That is trying to complete the game as fast as possible. And so that's what we'll be doing today, a whole speedrun. This is the whole run, but if you just want to see the highlights, you can also check out another video. But without further ado, let's get started. So, as you probably see, it's in, like, Chinese. This is simplified Chinese, which the reason I'm in simplified Chinese is because it's the language option with the least characters in Super Mario Odyssey. So every time we run into text, it goes through the fastest, which of course is the goal of the speedrun. Right here, I'm just opening a new save file. On the left side of the screen, you can see my speedrun timer. This is Live Split, a very popular speedrun timer, and the one I'll be using. As you can see, I'm playing Super Mario Odyssey, and the category is any %, which just means you try to finish the game as fast as possible. No specifications. Literally just get to the end of the game as fast as humanly possible, which people do. There's a lot of other stuff there. The middle is all my splits, those are the names of each of the kingdoms, and when I finish a kingdom, I will click the split, and I'll get to see how quickly I finish the kingdom, which also helps me compare to my best time. As you see down at the bottom there, Moon Kingdom ended at 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 55 seconds. That's my current personal best. Moon Kingdom is the final kingdom, and when we finish that, we'll be done. There's two timers that are currently at 0. The bigger one is the main speedrun timer. That's just the total time so far in the run, and the smaller one is the segment timer, or the timer for each individual split. Then underneath that's previous segment, just shows you the difference between how good you did on the previous split. And then at the very bottom is total playtime, which is all the time of speedruns that I have timed. Also at the top right, there's the number 16, which is the number of attempts I've done. Now that's actually flawed because there's been a number of false starts. But I don't want to waste any more of your time, so we're just going to hop straight into this run. Alright. It begins in 3, 2, 1. And this is it. Now, again, it's in Chinese. I also will be skipping every cutscene in the game because it's faster than watching them. So you don't really get a good sense of what the game's about. So I'll try to explain a little as we go along. I'll also try to explain all the, well, at least some of the tricks and things that I do throughout the run. I'm no professional. The current world record stands at 57 minutes and 38 seconds, I believe, by Tyrone. I don't know. You can look it up, speedrun.com, to see all the speedrun leaderboards. That was bad. That was bad. That was really bad. Alright, well, that was a ish start. So that was Cappy, by the way, that white dude. And essentially the premise of the game is, right at the beginning, that first cutscene that I skipped, was Bowser stealing Peach and announcing he's going to have a wedding with Peach, my beautiful princess. And Mario gets thrown down into this, which is the Cap Kingdom, or the tutorial kingdom kind of for the game. And then Cappy sees me when I fall down to Cap Kingdom, and is like, hey, oh, that's bad. I'm really no good at this. Alright, let's try. Sorry, Cappy sees me, and is like, well, hello there, because apparently his sister, I think, Tiara, was like Princess Peach's tiara, you know, her hat, tiara thing. Oh, I'm doing really bad at explain this. And essentially, Cappy's like, wait, I could get revenge on Bowser by teaming up with you to defeat him and bring Tiara and Princess Peach home. And so that's what they're doing. And I'm doing kind of bad in this run, like really bad. But I've never tried talking before in the run, so maybe I'll get used to it. Alright, this is the first boss fight to end the Cap Kingdom. This guy's name is Copper. He's a rabbit, as you may have seen. I'm doing everything as fast as possible. By jumping on his hat, you can skip a cycle of the boss fight, and it's over about as quickly as it began. That was Copper, everybody. And he's one of the 4 Broodals, spelled B-R-O-O-D-A-L. Because why not? They're 4 rabbits, and they are Bowser's henchmen, and we fight them a couple times throughout the game, though not as much as you would if you were doing a normal playthrough. But that is the beginning of the game. Oh, is my mouse? Oh, well, there's my mouse. Sorry, getting used to this still. So that was Cap Kingdom. That was pretty bad, not horrible. It was under 3 minutes, and that's good. I'm also getting used to the setup of having the game right in front of me and the computer to my left, so, or to my right, so it's a little difficult. But I'll do my best to, I don't know, pay attention to everything and see what's going on. So yes, the times on the right are changing as I go through them. Everything after Cap is the splits I had on my best run, which is again 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 55 seconds. But where was I? Anyway, the Brood. So let's recap. Cap, get it? We were just in Cap Kingdom, and we have a Cap. So this is Cappy. He's our friend. He turns into a bread Mario hat because he's our friend. And we can bounce on him. We throw him around a lot to capture things. We captured that frog. We gained super jump speed, height, and yeah, Cappy does all kinds of cool things. That dinosaur. I keep almost saying dragon, but yes, this is a dinosaur, not a dragon. Everything we capture gets a little mustache. Alright, that was a mistake. Essentially what I'm doing here is bouncing on that trampoline if I can at such an angle that you go flying right into the boss fight. This is Madame Broodal, the mother of the 4 Broodals who are Bowser's henchmen, as you may remember. And she has a multi-ring around her neck. See those 3? Okay. Oh, I kind of did do that. By backflipping onto by backflipping onto make it stop twirling. But yes, this is Madame, and Madame. Okay, and her golden chain jump. Sorry, there's a lot to talk about. I'm trying to keep up. Anyway, we just beat Madame Broodal. It all goes so fast, but that's the whole point. Anyway, that's Madame Broodal. And in each kingdom, there's typically a big boss fight that gives you a multi-moon. But we don't actually do the boss fights and everything, because starting now, all their kingdoms have a moon requirement, which you can find in the top left of the screen when you're not in the cutscene, which this is, but if you look up in the top left of the screen in a moment, under our coin count, which should probably still be 0. Oh no, it's like a few. Anyway, under our coin count, there's like a bunch of outlines of little circles, and those are the moons, and you have to fill them out by getting that number of moons, and then you can leave the kingdom. So you actually don't have to do any of the storyline to progress in the game. You can see... Oh god. Oh, come on. You can see in Cascade Kingdom, which this is, you only need 5 moons to complete the kingdom and leave. Other kingdoms require far more. Some require similar amounts. This is the Odyssey, which we're about to power up. It's an old ship that we are putting power moons into to power it up. Power moons are kind of the source of power, supposedly. You can't really use them in any other way, but There's a lot. There's actually 880 unique moons in the whole game. And we're about to finish Cascade Kingdom. Click. And there you go. We're now 6.9 seconds ahead. Wow, that's pretty good. Doing pretty good for having to talk through the whole thing. Anyway. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. This is Sand Kingdom we're going to. Sand Kingdom's a big kingdom. On the way to kingdoms we talked to Cappy. This is the Odyssey, our ship, our flying ship. We talked to Cappy. That right there, that kind of laggy thing, when you finish one of his sentences, Cappy brings up the action guide, which is a kind of like movement guide built into the game. You can push B to back out of it, which I did very rapidly, so it just kind of appeared like a bit of lag. Now here, the beginning of Sand Kingdom has a little bit of tricky timing, because you have to get something in a certain amount of time. See, in Sand Kingdom, there's a hawk flying around. Okay, that was not perfect, but it was not bad. So that hawk, when you run into it, drops a moon. But as you saw, as fast as I got there, it was already almost... Oh. It was already almost past. So if you bonk or mess up on the way to this rooftop, you typically miss the hawk, and that's bad, because that kind of messes with the run. This room's kind of cool. It's called a rumble room. There's 2 of them in the game, and we actually do both in the speedrun. The way they work is the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons can actually shake. The controller shakes and rumbles in your hands. You can kind of feel it. So that room rumbles, but the closer you get to the moon, the more strongly it rumbles. And that's how you're supposed to navigate your way around the room and find the moon, by how hard it rumbles. But if you know where it is, then all you have to do is just walk to where it is and pick it up. So you probably see me throw Cappy and bounce on him a lot. That's a pretty typical move. It's kind of overpowered in my opinion. It gains a ton of height. And just there's a moon back here. Sand Kingdom has a lot of sinking sands in these rooms that, you know, sinks, so if you stand still, you sink. Oh dear. What I'm trying to do is break that crate, because inside of it's a moon. Anyway, let's see. Let's recap the game, shall we? Bowser has stolen Peach for having a wedding. His henchmen, the Brutals, are trying to stop us at every turn. And Bowser's actually going around and doing a tour of the kingdom, because he's collecting, like, souvenirs for his wedding from each kingdom. And from Sand Kingdom, it's the Binding Band, which is a wedding, a gigantic wedding. But essentially stealing, like, wedding-themed objects from each kingdom that are, like, the kingdom's, like, treasures. Which is mean, but Bowser's mean. And his Brutals usually stay behind and make us fight them before we can move on and chase Bowser again. So the whole premise is that we're chasing Bowser all over the place, trying to catch up to him, Cappy and I, to retrieve Peach and Tiara. This is the Sphinx. He appears in a couple kingdoms. He asks you a question. There are 4, it's a multiple choice, so there are 4 answers. But that one, actually, it's the first answer that's the right one, so you can just spam the A button to answer correctly. And then you get in here and you get a bunch of coins. Now, these coins are actually super essential to the run, because they get us 2 moons, because you can actually buy moons from the shop in each kingdom. But we only buy moons in 2 kingdoms. In Forest Kingdom, Wooded Kingdom, and in Snow Kingdom. They each cost 100, so you need to get at least 200 coins. Actually, you can get less, because there's other places to get coins, but you need 200 coins, essentially, in this speedrun. That was a cool room. You sunk into the sand, and then, you sunk into the sand, and then wandered into that little room right there with the moon. These are bullet bills that I just captured. They're pretty iconic in the Mario franchise. There's so much to talk about. This is pretty cool. Ready? Watch this. I grab a moon, but I'm not done. Look at that. You exit, well, you bust the bullet bill against the edge of the... Ooh. Okay, sorry. I just got really distracted by like a bunch of different things at once. Something just crawled across my floor. I'm pretty sure it was a spider, but it was big. Secondly, I almost fell off the edge of that thing into the poison, which insta-kills you, which is really bad because we've intentionally been avoiding checkpoints, which are the little flags that you might have seen dotted around. There's one right there with a triangle on it. Just don't worry about it. We were avoiding them for a reason. We're trying not to hit them. Oh my gosh, my brain is scattered so hard right now. We're done with sand. We didn't do any of the storyline, you may have noticed. Sand is just a movement bonanza, crawling, zooming around the whole kingdom, collecting as many moons as possible. I've still got that like spider crawling across the floor stuck in my head right now, and it's kind of freaking me out. You scared of spiders? I'm scared of spiders. I don't like spiders. Actually, I think I do better with spiders when they're like standing still, or at least when I like know they're there and I'm ready to watch them move. Otherwise, they just scare me. Anyway, sand. We are zooming. There must be something wrong here. Am I messing up? Have I gotten ahead in my splits? Because we are just zooming. A minute 5? What did I even do? I got out of sand. Like, is there some sort of lag here? Or am I just doing this well? I can't even remember what I did. I'm so busy trying to think about what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of brain power required, you know? Maybe I just do way better when I talk. Maybe that's the key. This is it. Finally, I will achieve a new personal best thanks to you guys. Thanks for being my audience. Yeah, special thanks to you guys because you're watching the full version right now, and I appreciate you. Keep watching. It's a lot of fun. I know there's a lot left, but I mean, just look at it. It's so much fun. I do appreciate you though. Thanks for just watching my channel in general. Oh. No! Okay. Right there, you couldn't see it, but around the corner we were trying to capture a zipper. That's right, a zipper. You see it? And I missed a lot. Anyway, this is Lake Kingdom. I don't think I ever introduced you. This is Lake. Audience, Lake, audience. And Lake is easy. If you look at the top left, there's only 8 moons required. Lake has fishies. Sheeps. You know, most of the creatures in this game are from other things. But they're lovely in 3D. This is the most recent 3D Mario game. Came out in 2017, late 2017, I believe. And from the start, actually, Super Mario Odyssey was a really popular speedrunning game, and in a few weeks became one of the most popular on the platform, on the community of speedrunners. It's pretty cool. Well, this part's fun. So we're in a fish, see? I don't know why I did that. But then, you jump out of the fish onto the land, which you're not supposed to do, which makes it all the more fun. And we're out to fight our next brutal. Oh, I hit him. This guy's named Rango. He throws his little... No! Ah! Okay, this is bad. You're supposed to backflip onto his back. And I did it. Okay. Anyway, his name's Rango. He throws his back. He's really tall. He's like really tall. That's what I'm supposed to do. You see, I just clipped through his head. And ground pound jumped right back up. And knocked him out. KO! That was Rango, everybody. Now you've seen 2 of the 4 brutals. Topper and Rango. We'll see all 4 of them. We were supposed to see another one in sand, but we don't play by the rules. Alright, that's actually the end of Lake, believe it or not. And the Lake Kingdom time I got on the run that it's comparing against, my personal best, was really bad. I screwed up a lot, so we're probably gonna be even further ahead. Oh, so you may see in the splits, the plus 6.8 for Cap is red. That's because I was behind. The minus 6.9 for Cascade is green. That's because I was ahead. And the minus 105 for Sand is gold. because actually that's the best time I've ever had for that kingdom. So that was the fastest sand I've ever done, and you got to see it. Awesome. There's a minus 154th lake. Like I said, the one in that run was really bad, so I just gained a ton of time. So now we're almost 2 minutes ahead of that run. We're leaving lake, headed on to Wooded Kingdom. Woo! And now we get to talk to Cappy. So in each travel, in each flight, Cappy tells us a movement trick, which I know all of them because I'm fantastic. And then he also tells us what the special thing in this kingdom is. So in Wooded Kingdom, it's the soiree bouquet, or however you pronounce that. It's a bouquet of flowers, wedding flowers. You know, they're not very creative, but whatever. That's a bunny rabbit. He runs around really fast, but if you hit it, it gives you a moon. Look at that. Ain't that great? So you may see Wooded Kingdom has a lot of moons that are required. It has the same number of sand, actually, 16. Which is the most until Metro Kingdom, which you see probably further down the splits if you look. Here's the first moon we buy. These are the shopkeepers. Actually, there's different shopkeepers from each kingdom. These are gardener things, and the shopkeepers are usually residents of the kingdom. You may see a bunch more of these gardeners around the kingdom because it's the Wooded Kingdom, so there's gardeners. That was a cool jump up the waterfall. That was a bonk. Did you see how I ran into that wall, or rather rolled into that wall, and then was stunned and I couldn't move for a second? That's called bonking, or at least I call it bonking. A lot of people call it bonking. I don't know what it's officially called, but it's a bonk for me. And that's really bad because it stuns you for a while, especially in a speedrun. You're trying to go fast, and there are a lot of times, unfortunately, that we're rolling around or diving or long jumping. And if you hit a wall while doing one of those, you bonk, and waste, at least it feels like a ton of time. Oh, okay. See, that's another bonk. That was not necessary. If you roll into the nuts, then you break it. That's a nut, by the way. The nuts have moons in them. The big ones, at least. Small nuts are useless. Actually, they're not. Usually, they look good. Alright, this is a sub-area. So you go into some of these pipes. The pipes are scattered all over the place in this game. Sub-areas. Oh. Those weird black things are fuzzies. That's literally what they're called. Don't ask me. Okay. And this sub-area is called Flooded Pipeways, or at least the moons are named after it. So this is Flooded Pipeways. It's really annoying. It's, I don't know, definitely one of the harder areas. Come on. Okay, take damage there. That means I can just chill here. Oh, come on, go. Alright, that was not the speediest, but whatever. We didn't die. There are several times where I've died in Flooded Pipeways, and it's so frustrating, because it brings you back to the beginning of the sub-area, and you have to do it again. You don't lose your moon, but alright, this is main area of Wooded. Rather, the main area of Wooded, I feel. Oh gosh. I don't know why I'm having such trouble this time. I guess I've never used my momentum. These guys are called uproots. You saw me use one earlier to get up to the nuts. They're native to the Wooded Kingdom. They're pretty cool. They can stand really tall. And I missed that moon. It makes me sad, but I got it. Alright, we're on our way. What's that? 8 moons. Halfway there. Really only halfway? Wow. It feels like it should be more. Here we do a really scary jump. Oh! Okay, I bonked. That's fine. Which doesn't, I mean, sure, it's a jump over a platform, but it doesn't look that bad, right? Well, it's actually way worse than it looks, because if you fall down that gap, you go into deep wood, which is actually below wooded. It's kind of like a sub-kingdom. It's big. It's definitely not a sub-area. The sub-area is in it, so it's a big area. It's just the lower part of wooded. But if you fall into it, you have to grab a nut and grow a vine to get back out, and that takes a long time. So, yeah, it's like a, I don't know, I think it's like a 3-minute loss if it's done well. So, you can't fall there. But we didn't, so we're good. Alright, so we actually got a story moon. You see the moon? It was on that platform with the gold outline. That means it's a story moon. And that it's part of the story, and then getting it is like progressing in the story. So we actually did progress in the story, because we gotta go over here. Those are falling platforms. You saw once I jumped on them. So you don't want to stay on those too long. There's another nut up here, and that brings us to 11 moons. A big jump. You can take, typically you can generate another flower road. You saw me take the first one up there. The road made of flowers. Typically you generate another one. By pressing that button. That starts another one to let you down to that place. You can actually jump up the first thing without the flower road too. That's called flower road skip, or FRS, and it's really difficult. And here, if you're good, you can just poke your head around the edge. I did it! Okay, I was about to say, if you're really good, you can just poke your head around the edge and jump up, but I've actually never done that trick before, so I'm glad I tried. That's funny. I've never done that trick in my life before. And there, right? It's you guys. Thank you so much for watching. You're making this run fantastic. Alright, this is your third brutal that you're meeting. This guy's name is Viewers. He spews poison. Which you don't get to see because I'm smacking him. So I'm jumping, knocking off his hat, and then we go to the second cycle. I'm bopping him on the hat before he can jump. And so that was Spewers. He's like the fastest boss. Well, maybe not. Maybe Topper and Cap Kingdom's faster, but he's a really fast boss fight. And look at that, those are the last 3 moons of Grand Kingdom. Like I said, most of these big boss fights grant you 3 moons, which is together with that little crown called the Multi. And there you go. That's wooded, so we are chugging along. Well, there's a little bit more. We have to turn in our moons to the Odyssey, but once you get a multi-moon, it actually teleports you back to the Odyssey through that cutscene. So here, there's actually another cutscene to skip, which I just did. Then we throw Cappy onto that globe, which turns in all of our moons. And since we got the number required, it fills up that whole sail. Fills up the whole sail. That's all I'm going to call it, that at least chunk. And now we're done with wooded. So if you look at the splits, we actually lost a little time. Now we're only 1 minute and 40 ahead, which is due to... Well, I don't know. I don't remember any huge mistakes in that, but I just had a really streamlined wooded kingdom last time, I suppose. Or on the personal best. It wasn't actually the previous run. I've done a few runs since then. I haven't been able to beat it, but maybe this is the day, because we're still 1 minute and 40 ahead, which is a substantial lead. Alright, so in that little cutscene that I just skipped, we see that we've actually caught up to Bowser. And so we stop here on the Cloud Kingdom, which is essentially just a boss fight. And so we've come here to fight him. There's Bowser in his big ship. I know you can get very brief glimpses. So you saw how I left the cat and didn't have Cappy grab it for me until a certain point? That was for a reason. Because typically Bowser, once you grab the hat, jumps around and makes fire rings. There's a whole like cycle of the boss that happens. But if you wait until you're right up close and hit him before he jumps, that cycle never happens. So it's obviously much faster. Also, I'm rolling because Bowser jumped. You see how Bowser's jumping right there? He jumps to the little platform that's closest to directly opposite of Mars. So if I move pretty far, he jumps shorter and that saves time. You'll see, but it's all about saving time. Every little bit. And I'm not very good yet, but you know, I do all the tricks I can to try and save time. I'm still improving. I got lots of improvement. Like I said, the world record's significantly under an hour. And I don't know if I'll ever be good enough to get under 1 hour, but it would be something. I don't know if that's a goal of mine right now. Oh, look at that. That was a gold split too. So that means that's the fastest I've ever done Cloud Kingdom, or essentially Bowser boss fight. Which is pretty cool, right? Okay. This is Lost Kingdom. So essentially, in the cutscene that you didn't see, after the boss fight, Bowser, being a sore loser, orders his cannons to fire upon us. Why do I keep Rainbow Troll? Orders his cannons to fire upon us, and damages our ship and blasts us all the way down to Lost Kingdom. That's just where we are now. Now, right now, I'm doing a really awesome jump. Right now I'm failing at a really cool jump. But this is called Klepto Skip. No! I didn't cap bounce. What happened there? Alright, we're gonna try it again. Essentially, so, let's explain a little bit more. We got knocked down to Lost Kingdom. We need a certain number of, we need 10 moons to leave Lost Kingdom to repair the Odyssey. That's no! I bonked! I was so close! Do you see that? I was hopping right on top of that little ledge. It's not usually this difficult for me, but that's okay. We did really well earlier, so we still, I think, are on a good pace. Unfortunately, that good run, the runs comparing against my personal best, had a really good boss. I remember that. So we're gonna try and get a move on here. But essentially, in Lost, what you're supposed to do is follow that main path down to a bridge. Once you cross the bridge... Wow, I cannot do it. That's really frustrating. We can't stop, though. We gotta keep going. Once you cross the bridge, big vulture named Klepto comes, grabs Cappy... My Cappy. Sorry. I'm really sorry for all of this. Grabs Cappy off of my head, stealing him. What is going on? I cannot do that input. I cannot bounce on Cappy. Grabs Cappy off of my head, flies away with him, and then I have to, without Cappy, navigate my way up to where Klepto is, and bonk him on the head. Or her. I actually don't know what gender Klepto is. We're not gonna worry about it right now. But this skip allows you to get... Okay. I'm sorry. We gotta try and save some time. This is a simpler version of Klepto Skip, but significantly slower. But if I kept failing at that, then we're gonna have trouble, so... Alright. Sorry I didn't get to see the good jump. But either way, we did Klepto Skip. We got around the hitbox that triggers Klepto to come and steal Cappy. And for the rest of the kingdom, we're just going to be avoiding that hitbox. Actually, well, for most of the kingdom, we're going to avoid it. And then just a little bit from now, we're actually going to walk across a specific platform that makes Klepto think that he/she has already grabbed Cappy and will not attempt to grab Cappy again. As you can see in the splits, we're losing our lead, and we may lose it completely, which is frustrating, but that's just sometimes how it goes. So right here, that's Klepto. Oh, come on! I threw Klepto straight I threw Cappy straight into Klepto's grab. That's frustrating. Alright, that's what you're supposed to do, except usually you have to get all the way up here from the bridge without Cappy. Oh boy. That Cappy plays a little text. Well, this is a messy loss, and you're not getting to see how it's supposed to go, which I'm sorry about, but maybe next time. Essentially, you're supposed to just walk across that little platform, and then it makes Klepto think that he/she's already grabbed Cappy. But instead, I actually threw Cappy straight into Klepto's claws, and then Klepto actually had Cappy, which was not good. That's okay, though. It's all about recovery, right? Even if we lose all this time here, if we hadn't gained the time in the first place, think of how far behind we'd be, so it's a good thing anyway. And, you know, there's still plenty of opportunity to make up the time and get a new personal best. This last part's kind of cool. You do a jump over the instant death poison to grab that moon, and then you die. But since I've not grabbed any or hit any checkpoint flags, guess where it teleports us? Just take a guess. Right back to the Odyssey, baby, so we can turn in all the moons. Very, very intelligent. By the way, the route I'm using, everywhere I'm going, the order of the moons that I get was was all from a tutorial by Spallant, who is a Super Mario Odyssey YouTuber, well, a speedrunner, and he does Super Mario Odyssey among a few other things, but I love him. He's a great YouTuber. So check him out, guys. He's way better than me at Super Mario Odyssey, and he made a big tutorial series on, or a big beginners tutorial series on how to speedrun Super Mario Odyssey. So any percent. So yeah, I got all of this routing from him. Alright, so after Lost Kingdom, we had enough power to fly across the big ocean, and we're actually in Metro Kingdom now, but it's dark and gloomy. This is called Night Metro, actually, because as you may have seen on the top of the Empire State Building thing. Oh, that was a really big jump up the building. Anyway, at the top of the tallest building, there's a big mechanical wiggler that's sucking all the power from the city and making it cloudy, apparently, and rainy as well. But, oh no! Oh no. Oh, okay, we're fine, chill. I thought we were falling all the way down. We're supposed to get all the way up there and jump across instead of having to go up these stairs, but that's okay. That was a pretty good recovery. See, it's about alternate plans. Second move. Good. That was a bonk. And we don't want that. That's okay. It's all okay. Alright, so anyway, we have to go up to the top of this building and smack the wiggler on the head, which you do in a boss fight. This is the interior of the building. This is very dreaded for me. This is my least favorite room in the game. At least while on the speed. Normally I different things, but this room is really just difficult. Movement is kind of difficult, but more so, if you fall at any point, you kind of just lose. You know, there's a big dangerous jump at the ends that you have to get right. So far, it's gone astoundingly well, so let's hope our luck continues, but it's just, this is a frustrating thing. I'm doing my best. We did it! Oh, that's probably the best I've ever done in that room. I just need you guys. I swear, it's the viewers. You guys are, you're making me a god at speedrunning. Not really, but I'm doing way better than I had been. Alright, so technically we jump up into the trigger, fight. This tank we just captured is called a Sherman. And we just shoot Mecha Wiggler. Now, I'm not explaining how the cycles work, but we just shoot it a lot. And then it becomes pure electricity, and then we walk through all of this, charges us. You know, it's a lot. Anyway, this part of the battle. It's kind of funny. All its little wiggly legs. Reminds me of the spider that crawled past. I don't know. I still can't do it. Maybe I'll just stomp my feet in the ground. Alright, this is the second actual part of the fight. Those are like home missions. Oh, okay, so if you're a good shot, you can actually get all of the seconds in that cycle. If you're not, he charges you one more time, and then comes out again and shoots missiles at you. Missiles? I swear I don't say it like that. It's missiles. Please, remember it's I love the British. The British are beautiful people, but I'm not British. I don't know if that's even what British sounds. I'm not missile. Anyway, I don't even know what I'm saying. If you don't get all the segments in that first big one, then he goes into the wall again, charges you again. But I got it in the second try, so that's good. And then that's the multi-move, except this is not the end of Metro. Usually multi-moves are the end of the game. Or, for sure, the end of the kingdom. This is actually just the beginning. So this turns the game, this turns the kingdom to Day Metro, which is far more beautiful. Which you would get to see in this amazing cutscene that's about to happen. Oh look, you can see behind us the fake prop metro that you can't actually access. Then Cappy talks to us a little bit. So there's also there's a lot of storyline in this too. You can do a big festival that you like run through. Alright, so what I just did is I threw my cap towards that. I threw my cap towards the top of that wire. And then, once I grabbed the moon, I performed a homing cap throw, which you do by shaking your cap, which makes it, which makes it automatically home in on the nearest thing, which was the wire. So it automatically grabbed the wire and kind of teleported me, which is faster to set it up quickly, which I did. Yes, right there, I captured a man, not the RC car, but I actually captured the person. And then, using his little control stick, controlled the RC car and navigated my way to through that little area. This is a lonely guy who's sitting on a bench. When you sit down next to him, he says literally 2 sentences and then gives you a moon. He's like, thanks, no one's ever talked to me before. It's a lonely city, but here's a moon because I'm nice. At least he's nice. But yeah, that's a friend on the bench. Okay. That was bad. You're not supposed to hit the building, because if you don't, you get super speed. Kind of. From running, from getting flicked from the pole. Alright, right here, watch this. Cappy says something, and then we warp to a checkpoint that we got earlier when we were at the top of the tower. You may remember when I came out of the room, I hit this checkpoint. That's because we need to teleport back up here, right now. Then we do a big jump, or it actually looks bigger than it is. Over to this trash can, which has a moon in it. This moon's called How Do They Take Out the Trash, which I think is hilarious. Then we do a dive, and we nail it. Grab that moon. Ah, I bonked. I hate bonking. You know this. I can't tell you enough how much I hate bonking. If you look at the moon count, this is the one with the most moons, by the way. 20 moons required to leave the kingdom. Cappy's left me, but that's okay. Come back. Why? I swear that moon was like a double. That had like 2 moon appearances. Whatever. We jump from the top of that really tall thing and grab that moon. And then you ground pound in a certain spot and get that moon, which is really cool. And now we're down to just 5 more moons that we need. So we hop into this sub area, grab 2 in here, and then get the last 3 in a second. Don't bonk. I didn't. Oh, okay. You're supposed to stay on that wall because that's the fastest. And obviously we're going for speed. But either way, I got to the moon. So that's actually a timer challenge. You'll see the platform disappears, and if the moon had still been there, if I hadn't gotten it, the moon would disappear too. So you have to do that in a certain amount of time. Oh, that was really close. I almost missed the platform. That's okay though. Those are the 2 moons from the sub area. And now we're chilling. And now earlier, all the things I wanted to say, I've forgotten. And now there's nothing to talk about, so I'm saying this sentence right here. Thanks again, my loyal crew watching the full edition.
Hi. Oh.
That was Mayor Pauline right there. She just asked me to find 4 musicians to join her in a band for the New Donk City Festival. Yes, this city is called New Donk City. But we get a moon for just talking to that drummer guy. And then there's actually 4 more musicians that or 3 more, sorry. 4 total musicians that we can gather. But we're only gathering 1 more. So they never need their they don't need their festival. They're plenty happy as it is. Oh, this is the head of our enemy, literally. Doesn't that make you feel all warm and snuggly inside? We get a moon for bopping it again. Like, if you thought I was done with you, I'm gonna just slam my butt on your head, because that's what a ground pound is. Just crouching in there and then shooting. Rockets. I don't know. I have terrible analogies. Anyway, we get another moon for getting that bassist. I forgot what I was doing. What we were supposed to do is teleport or warp back to the Odyssey. And then turn in the most moons we'll have in a single kingdom. 20 moons. That's the total moon counter, by the way, right in the middle there. It's at 55. It's about to go to 75. But if you're curious, the total amount of moons we get in the speedrun is 124, which, as of right now, is the minimum moons required to complete the game, I believe, unless I'm totally mistaken. Which I am. I amped? Okay. Spend way too much speedrunning. I can't speak English. Hey, that's the best metro ever. Look, it's a gold split. And we recovered almost a minute of time. I don't know. It must be you guys. Alright, we're headed off to Snow Kingdom, which is the second kingdom we buy a moon in. And, that's awesome. Oh, I forgot to skip that cutscene. Now we talk to Captain. Alright. Snow Kingdom starts in turmoil, and it ends in turmoil. The story idea here is that Bowser came and stole their prized possession, the frosted cake, which is an enormous tiered wedding cake that they just have. Actually, the way it's supposed to work is, you'll see the main inhabitants in a minute. They're not up here. The main inhabitants are down below, which again, you'll see in a second. But they're big round dudes. Like, big round, they're almost like seals. They're completely rotund. And, they like bounding. They like doing races by bouncing on their big round bellies. It's fantastic. It's so adorable. But anyway, they do races, and, the frosted cake was supposed to be like the prize for the winner of the race. Anyway, we're about to go down into Shiveria, which is where all the big bouncy guys are. Look at them! On the right and left, they're so flubby. Oh, I love them. They're so adorable. I talk weird when I see them, because that's how much I love them. Alright, there we go. Some movement to get up to that moon. By the way, the first moon we got here, talking to that random toad, that was Captain Toad, who is in actually every kingdom. He's traveling around, or most kingdoms at least, sorry. He's not in Cloud Kingdom, I don't think, as well as one other kingdom that is essentially just a boss fight. Ruins. But anyway, he's in most kingdoms. He gives out a moon if you find him. He's in kind of semi-difficult location to find. Alright, that's the second moon that we buy from the beautiful little shopkeepers. And then we bounce on a really, really, really strong umbrella. You ready? Watch this. Look at how high that bounced me. Oh, I missed the jump. Okay. That's what we're supposed to do. There you go. You can jump up there and get that chest with a moon in it. So last few Snow Kingdoms have had really bad movement. Just bad Snow Kingdoms, but this will be better. Everything's doing well so far. There's another moon. It's a ground pound moon where there's a lot of moons that are just in the ground. And if you ground pound on a specific spot, you get them. I've already got like 8, 9 in the speedrun. Alright, so you might have seen the main area of Shiveria is like a big central circle with 4 branches or little tunnels that we went down one of the 4. And each of the 4 leads to a sub area. This is the I call it the poison sub area. No idea what it's actually called. But you know, it's a sub area with a lot of poison. This one's kind of scary because if you fall off, you die. The next one's also kind of like that. These big guys are Typhoos, that's what they're called. And those are Spinies. Spinies suck. You probably saw them once or twice. Actually, have we met them yet? I don't know. You blow off all the Spinies. The second. That's the main moon. Obviously, we got that little hidden one on top of that. So we get 2 moons from this one. And you see we have 3 moons left. So we get 2 moons from another sub-area, and then 1 moon from the last one, and then we teleport. So that's the main area. There are 4 sub-areas. 1 on each path. That's what Shiveria is like. And then once you clear all 4, you can actually go bounding. You see how 1 barrier slid away? Once you get all 4 sub-areas done and break all 4 barriers, you can go to the racing. And then you can take control of one of the Shiverians. And race. And their races, which is awesome. So right there I just stacked Goombas. Those are Goombas. You probably, hopefully see them in other Mario franchises. But in Super Mario Odyssey, you can capture them. Oh, whoa! Okay, that was dangerous. Sorry, close. I mean, everything's dangerous. Anyway, you can capture the Goomba, and then you can actually stack them on top of each other and make really big stacks in some cases. But that little button that looked like a Goomba that said 4, that just means you need to stack 4 Goombas to push the button, and that usually gives you a minute. So there are 2 barriers down. If you get all 3 down again... Oh, no. Oh, no! Oh, oh! Okay, that's scary, but we didn't die, which is good. Okay. Anyway, let's go into the 3rd room, shall we? We're not gonna actually break the barrier in this 3rd room, because in this room, the main moon in this room is actually a boss fight with Rango again. Remember him from the Lake Kingdom? Yeah, we don't want to fight him again, because that takes a while. No matter how fast you do it. This probably hopefully makes you feel better about how bad I'm doing. I'm not doing that bad, actually. I'm doing really good. Look, I'm ahead. I've had gold splits on a couple of kingdoms, which is awesome. That means that's the fastest I've ever done them. I'm 3 kingdoms so far. And we are way ahead. This might be a gold split on snow. I don't even know how I'm doing this. I swear there must be some mistake here. Is that running in real time? Like, is that running in the same real time that it was running in last time? Has time slowed? Or maybe I'm just way better now. I don't know. I've had trouble beating this 126.55, but with you guys watching, you've inspired me. There you go. That's another gold split. That's the fastest I've ever done snow. And now we're 1:40 ahead again. Look at that. We're 2 minutes and 7 seconds ahead. We lost it all and some on Lost, and then we've made it up all again, almost, back to 1:41 ahead. That's kind of crazy. I'm proud of myself. I keep thinking there's something I must have mistaken that's making this faster on lives. But all right, sorry. This is Seaside Kingdom. Welcome to Seaside Kingdom. Seaside Kingdom also has a fairly long storyline. The main treasure of that kingdom is right behind us in a giant glass. It's called it's the sparkling water, the fizzy water, the whatever water, the bubbling water, whatever. They have this beautiful sparkling water that big octopus dude is stealing. And, so what you're supposed to do is break 4 plugs that are holding down the fountains that you can feed the sparkling water. That's another rumble room, by the way. You're supposed to break the 4 plugs that are holding down the fountains that usually form the sparkle water, that, like, feed it into that big jug in the middle. And once you break all 4 plugs, the octopus gets mad, and then you, in a very long fight, you run around the kingdom in a little, like, jet dude that you can hit him on the head with water screens. Essentially, you run around the kingdom after him, because he's, like, zooming around, and you have to follow him in one of the creatures here, called I can't say, Gushin. You follow him in a Gushin. And then you beat him up. But that takes a really long time, so we're just going to run around. Also, as you probably see, this kingdom only requires 10 minutes. So, we are just going to grab the 10 minutes from various locations on the map. This is a kind of cool kingdom, because we do something illegal here. We go out of bounds. Obviously, it's not illegal in Speedrun, because it's any percent. You can do anything. Now, some games, like, not Super Mario Odyssey, but some games do have glitchless categories. Some have glitchless any percent categories, but Mario Odyssey, bring on the glitches. It's long enough as it is. So, yeah. Mario Odyssey, you can use any glitch to your advantage. So we're going to go out of bounds, actually, as well. And use that to our advantage. Because we can! Exploitation. It's fantastic. I love it. Anyway, that's 6 out of the 10 minutes. Whoa. Whoa. Hello. Oh, it's toying with me now. That one's called Mercy Dory. It's one of my favorite names. That one's kind of weird. You have to, like, do the spin move on all 3 of those mounts, and then the last mount. Alright, here's where we go out of bounds. It's a long, complicated process to actually explain how it works, so I'm just going to let this is magic to you guys. Come on! If you leave him alone too long, he despawns, which is bad. But look, we're out of bounds. We're outside the wall. We've made it. We might have accidentally popped in bounds. We made it out. Do you see how it pulled the camera back? It was trying to bring us in bounds. but we stayed out of bounds because when you do, you can go straight to this one. And then, there we go. Warp right back to the Odyssey. So that's a really fun. I like that end to the kingdom. That's some good stuff. That's Seaside, folks. Let's see how the split goes. It's looking like it's gonna be pretty good. You can see previously we left it at 53-54, and now it's gonna be much earlier. Alright, we're gonna be a little less than 2 minutes, but I think we actually gained a little bit more on our time. Let's see. By the way, the split for most kingdoms happens as soon as the screen goes all black, as soon as it closes fully. Yep, we gained another 10 seconds, so we're a minute 51 ahead. Alright, we're off to Luncheon Kingdom. This kingdom is a kingdom of food. It's really annoying. It's probably my least favorite kingdom. It's just terrible. No, it's not all bad, but I don't like the speedrun route for it is very difficult. And so I don't like it very much. It starts off with a difficult jump, a big jump up on top of this. So you go here. Oh, you do a triple jump, and then at the very peak of the triple jump, the highest it gets, you have to cap throw and cap bounce, and then wall jump. Why was that not a triple jump? When you do 3 jumps in a row, it's a triple jump. When you do 2, it's a double jump. Double jump, triple jump. Alright, I'm doing it too late. I gotta cap throw a little early. This, I usually take a little bit of time on, but unfortunately, why was that not triple jump? Unfortunately, in the 126.55 run that we're comparing against, I did really good on this. I think it was like the 3rd try. That time I didn't dive. Alright, we're having multiple problems here. Oh, that might have been too early. It's hard to tell, because you can't really aim from the side, because if you see these, like, pillars, if you get a, like, side view, you're bound to hit the pillars. Like, 90% of the time, you hit to the pillars and mess up the triple jump. Oh, that felt like it was better, but I don't even know. This one, you just gotta keep going. Oh, I don't know how good that was. I don't know if I gotta jump earlier or later. It's so hard to tell. This is a frustrating. Like this is probably 90% of why I ate lunch. Ah, was that good or? It just frustrates me. I can't tell. Not my favorite. That's okay. We're gonna get through it. That's part of the speedrun. Like I said, losing and recovering time is just part of it. Even at the top level, people lose. I mean, by then it's fractions of a second. But people lose some, then they gain some. I think that was too late, but it's hard to compare. It's hard to tell if I'm getting higher up one time than the other time. Okay, that time I just didn't jump a 3rd time. Oh boy. I think that was too early. It's hard to tell when you're getting to the peak of the triple jump. I'm gonna watch Mario's jump carefully now. Wow, I can't angle this right. I'm just swerving all over the place. Ah, that felt like it was right at the top, but it might have been too late. I just don't know. Well, that certainly is not it. Alright, I think that's a little too late. But it looks like I'm not even getting close. I know it's possible, but sometimes I feel like it isn't. Why was that not a triple jump? Ugh, Mario! Come on. My viewers don't want to see this. All 3 of them. Though I seriously do appreciate you guys for watching the whole thing. Or at least watching this far. After this jump, you may be determined to stop, but... Oh, we made it! Ha! Look! That was karma. Or mind manipulation. Or something. You know? Make it sound impressive. Okay. Whoa. Wow. Ah, I didn't really mean to do that, but okay. Alright, now we gotta just go as fast as possible. You know, there's no huge, big risks in this kingdom. There's just time losses, which is frankly frustrating. Another reason I don't like the kingdom. Hey, you get to fight Speedrun again! Don't you remember him in the Wooded Kingdom? He was so much fun. I love this guy. It's easy. Typically, he like spits poison in big rings, and then in the hat phase, he spins around in the hat, leaving poison trails everywhere. Which if you touch, one heart. But using fast strats, he essentially doesn't go anywhere. He kind of just stands still and lets you beat him up. He's kind of pathetic, honestly. But he is a rabbit. Honestly, Bowser should have chosen some more intimidating hits. But then Bowser's not like, I mean, Bowser's a turtle, right? It doesn't make sense, but it's true, I think. Either way, whatever. Nice green, lime yellow Sprite bridge appears. I don't know. So, it reminded me of Sprite. Lemon lime, you know. Anyway, this is kind of funny. We hop into the sub area. You see the main area of the sub area right there, and then we just go right around the corner. We grab this moon, and then we don't even have the decency to finish the sub area, to give it any gratification. Nope, we just take the easy moon and leave, because we're speedrunners. I'm sure this is teaching all kinds of great life lessons. Look at that. Speed. Oh, big jumps. Oh, what movement. That was fantastic. That was probably the best I've ever done, that little segment right there. Okay, that's so, okay. Stop that, Cappy. So what you're not seeing right there is I threw my cap, shook the controller to do a homing cap throw, and then hit a crate with the moon in it. And then the moon zips up here. But it's faster if you don't have to climb all the way back up. And it's Cappy. This is a golden turnip. It's delicious. And when you throw it in the soup, you get a moon. And it lands right inside of my body, because I timed that so well. I'm a real speedrunner. This game has kind of a lot of content, I feel like. But maybe not. Maybe it's equal. I know Wooded has a lot in Deep Woods, which we don't go to. We don't want to talk. We don't talk about. We don't want to. This is jumping over like weird pink sauce. And then look at that lava bubble. It's just right on time. This is a lava bubble. They get lava, which apparently this is. Don't know why, but it's Luncheon Kingdom. Everything's colored like food. Is there any pink food? Like really pink food? Like naturally pink? Don't say cotton candy. This sub area is good. Because you just like, we're just flying. Look at that. So those are forks, by the way, embedded in the walls. And then they're flingy power. We fling ourselves all the way to the top and get both moons. Look at that. That was good. This might not be the worst. We're definitely gonna lose time on our lead, if not lose the whole lead. But not as much as we could. But we might even have a better time. Well. Okay. Feel like Goomba. Look at that. Epic movement. I'm just excited whenever I do something right. It's so exciting. Oh, I didn't mean to up throw. That's up throw your cap up. It makes sense. Of course it does. Oh dear, that's a Spiny! Don't hit the Spiny! Actually hit the Spiny. Sorry. Don't let the Spiny hit you. Come on, break that one piece of cheese that has the lever behind it that opens the gate to the moon. And then the gate to the moon falls unceremoniously into the sauce. It's a weird game. Anyway, we're doing great. I'm so excited. We're cruising through luncheon after a big mistake at the start. We're about to start losing time. If you look at the splits, we're already losing some of our leads. So we're gonna probably break even, if not be a little bit behind after this, but not too bad. And again, you gotta think of it like this: if we hadn't established such a big lead in the first place, if That'd been a help. Anyway, if we hadn't established such a big lead in the first place, there's no way we'd be even close to having time ahead. Oh, I should have jumped faster. If you put, like, if you bring a lava bubble into those little, like, things, it lights the torch. Oh, it was so close! Ah, don't hit me! Don't, just don't. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. If you hit them on the head, they dissolve into the sauce. That's horrible. That but that was much better. Look at that! Alright, this is a really scary location because it's right around the corner. If you fall, you can't get back up easily. Actually, you just can't get back up. Yeah, there's no way to get out. So you oh no! Okay, that's okay. Watch this. Look, there's ground here. Stop. Mars' butt is on fire. He runs really fast, and it's freaky because if he's on fire, there was lava nearby, right? But if he runs really fast, there's a high chance you're gonna fall into the lava. So it's just very dumb of him. Alright, here we literally capture a gigantic piece of meat that's encrusted in salt. And then we get the attention of this really big bird, which takes us to her weird jungle gym in a gigantic suit, which has a multi-moon sitting on top of it. It's a weird kingdom. It's messed up. I don't like this kingdom at all. Alright, we're gonna be 35 seconds behind. But that's okay. It can be made up. Oh, come on! There's a sub-area. Sub-area? What? There's a... I'll think of it. A cutscene right there that I forgot to start pushing plus for. And so I lost probably 2 seconds right there watching the beginning of that cutscene. That's okay, though. Okay, it's gonna be more like 40, 45 seconds. That's frustrating. We'll survive, though. We'll survive. Like I said, this totally can be made up. In fact, if you look at the splits, the second to last kingdom is Bowser. Bowser's kingdom definitely hasn't much time saved in it because since I set this time, since I set this time, I started using a new strategy, new fast strats for a big boss fight in Bowser that shaves off a significant amount of time. So we could totally take all that time off. This is Rune Kingdom that we're heading into. So in the middle of our beautiful little flight, Bowser shows up riding a freaking dragon. I'm not joking. You can't see it because I have to skip. But he shows up riding a huge, enormous dragon. Like, Bowser is smaller than the dragon's head, so he's standing on his forehead. But, like, Bowser just shows up with a dragon. And then the dragon, like, throws lightning from his mouth at us and strikes down our beautiful Odyssey. So then, this whole kingdom is just one big boss fight against said dragon. There's said dragon. It's very large. Shoots lightning. I don't like you, boys. Hoi hoi. And then you jump onto him, or he's still all electro. Then as soon as he comes on electro, you break those and jump on him for maximum speed. Because this is a speedrun. In case you forgot, we're in the middle of a speedrun. Isn't that awesome? Ah! Okay, now I'm back to 2 runs. Why there's 4 runs. Okay, I'm really bad at this game. Oh, look at that. Landing right on the middle. Awesome. I feel sad. I'm sad. Not really. I'm actually doing really well. I'm very proud. Look at all the gold splits. Remember, each gold, I guess it's kind of like yellow. Yeah! Oh. Each yellow split means it's the best, it's the fastest I've ever done that kingdom. Okay, that was really bad. That's okay though. We got a really fast start. And we did that. Those 3 are the hardest ones, right? Ribbon snows on the 2 sides. We ended on 1 heart, but we did. And that's the important part. So that is the big dragon, the Electro Dragon. Actually, he's called the Lord of Lightning, which I think is awesome, but terrifying. can't see myself. Alright, and then that gives you 3 moons that are the only required moons to leave this kingdom. If you look at the top, right, left, if you can't anymore. You need 3 moons. And we got it. So we're doing great. Oh, we lost... Oh, what? How? Oh, I must have had a pretty bad rune. I mean, that was a really good rune. So I must have just had a decent rune last time, because if you look at the split, we're probably going to recover some of that lost time. Because as soon as you fix the Odyssey, you get to clip the split. So probably... Oh, I forgot about this animation. Alright, so we're going to recover a little bit of time. Yeah, like 12 seconds. Look at that. We're now down. That's another gold split. We're doing so good this run. And then the ones that aren't gold are like hideously red because we lost a ton of time. That's okay. It's okay. I'm proud of us. Look, now we're only 36 seconds behind. We can definitely make that up. Alright, this is the Bowser Kingdom. The Kingdom of Bowser. And, Kathy says, I think, yeah, right at the beginning, she says, this is it, the final showdown. By the way, I cannot read simplified Chinese. I've just played this game enough in English that I know what he says. Anyway, he says, this is it, the final showdown. He thinks we're going to fight Bowser. He's mistaken, because we don't actually fight Bowser here. We fight all 4 Broodals at the same time. It's not as crazy as it sounds, because they're a giant mech machine, a gigantic... See that big guy? The big ogre? With the ugly face? Yeah, this is called a stare face ogre. His face is so ugly, it makes you stare. So, I'm missing the stare face ogre. We missed. If you move accurately, you can actually... Anyway, you do that, you smack the stare face ogre on the head with your, once again, rear end, for some reason, because ground pound. And that finishes the first part of the story. Since Bowser's Kingdom is just a bunch of islands, it's so linear that you actually have to do all of the story moons in Bowser's. But it does mean you do have... There's very few other moons you have to collect, so... Alright, we're on to the third island? Next island? Whatever. Whoa! Oh, come on. What? Yeah! Ah! Ouchie! Ow! Ow! Ah! We just captured this guy. This is called a Pokio. Oh, I have 1 heart. I cannot die. I am invincible. That moon you get by poking your poker in there. Actually, I think the intended way, or at least the way that is most intuitive, is to just poke your beak into there and then just leave it there. But the fastest way is to just jab it in that way. Alright, I let that bomb pass rather than going into... Oh, that was a move. I thought I was still in 1 heart. I let that bomb pass rather than trying to go ahead of it, because if it hit me, I would have gone back to the start, to the middle of the, oh, I can't speak, to the first part of the island, which would have lost a lot of time. But I just gotten a moon, which had brought me back to 3 hearts. Anyway, onward. I'm pretty sure this is the only, oh, come on. This is the only non-story moon that we grabbed in Bowser. Oh, okay, I almost missed the ledge and died, which would have been a big time loss. And pretty much meant that we were no longer running for a personal best. But we still are. We're doing it. Alright, this next part's hard. We actually have to fight 2 bosses on just 3 hearts. Unless you manage to collect a heart mid-run, which is really hard to do when you're trying to go fast. So first is Topper. Oh gosh, already down. Topper's back, but he's got way more hats this time. I got a heart. Look at that. I hit him on the head. Oh! Oh, crap. down to 1. Not to 50. Sorry. Princess Bride, for any of you that care. If you recognize that, you're an absolute legend. It was kind of random. It didn't really make sense. Look at that Bowser statue. Just fly all over the place, and then all the parts of the are gone. Come on. Alright, now we have to fight Harriet, which is the only brutal you haven't seen yet. This is Harriet. She has bombs in her hair. She throws them at us because she's mean. Ah, if you hit the bomb back at her, and you smack her on the head, you deal damage. And if you hit that bomb while she's still above it, it hits her in the face and deals damage, which is not actually counted. But if I get hit by, if I touch one bomb, if I touch her anywhere besides her head, I die. That's it. We have to restart the fight. It's probably good that I died earlier on in the fight, because if I died later, I would have wasted more time. But now we're back at 3 hearts. Alright, it's kind of hard to do any boss fight without taking a single bit of damage. It's possible, for sure. I've done it before. I've done the Harriet boss fight on this Harriet boss fight. But it's hard, which is okay. We're gonna lose a little time because of that. Actually, I don't remember if in my personal best currently still. If in my personal best I got Harriet and Topper at one time. If I didn't, that may mean I haven't really lost time. Alright, well that was bad. So if you miss knocking her back on the head, then she throws really big bombs. Oh, big purple bombs. Come on, hit them, hit them! I hit them. Oh, it was really laggy. Did you see that? I hit them. And then it actually did the hitting. The like fingers punched you if you hit them, but it took them. Oh, that was awesome intelligent. That was genius. Just walk right into the bomb. That'll do it. Sorry. This is always stressful if you can't tell. Boom! Ha! Get destroyed. Oh yeah, you go crying back to Madame Brutal, your mom. Your mom is tall. Take that. And disproportionately fat for a rabbit. Oh, she just got roasted. She's crying. I don't care. Sorry, that was kind of weird. That was okay. That's what we in the business call an irrelevant tangent. I don't know what business I'm in, but it's got to be something. So actually, if you look at the top left again, I always mention this the times you can't actually see it. But there's no moon. Well, there's no visible moon requirement. It doesn't actually show the outlines of any moons, but you do require 8 moons to finish Bowser's Kingdom, which you may see we have 5, and of course the final boss fight is gives you a multi-moon, so we will get 8. And I actually do have a backup if I ever forget one of the moons. No, maybe 7. Actually, there's only one moon you can forget, which is the one that I mentioned that's not part of the storyline. The one that was up to the side of the rooftop. Because everything else you need to progress. But if you forget that one, there is a pretty short one that you can get after you teleport back to the Odyssey. So yes, Pokios can jump around. Anyway, it wouldn't have been the end of the world, but essentially, there is a moon requirement. You do need 8 moons to leave Bowser's Kingdom. Go. Alright, we're about to go to the big boss fight. So actually, when we get up there, you'll see Bowser standing there on the roof. Right there. You see him? You see him with Peach? So tantalizingly close! So tantalizingly close! And then he actually leaves. He hops on his ship and flies to the moon. And we're left to fight this absolutely enormous mech, which all 4 Brutals are piloting. Okay, I failed my whole idea for strategy. I'm failing everything for strategy. Oh, of course, that time I let it out. Never mind. Oh, that one hit the Pokemon. Anyway, once you knock it down, you can get on top of it. But the fast strats, so typically, once you get blasted off, you have to wait for the next cycle to get back on top of it. But the fast strats allow you to stay on the roof. By doing big jumps each time, you can get back on top of the mech every time you get blasted off. So I've already destroyed 2 blue. Now we're going for Numero Trace. Whoa! Mario 6 this thing like blue, even though it's still really like dangerous. Oh, I fell. You gotta hit the brutal quickly, because if you don't, you get blasted off. Which you can, of course, jump back on this time. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Run! Oh, why did he go straight into his foot? Alright. How am I alive? How am I alive? 2 hearts. So, if you fall off at any point, you gotta wait for the Pokeo for them to drop another Pokemon. You spit out like more than the correct number of really picks them up. It's like weird. Hard to figure out where to go. There we go. Fall forward. If you do recall though, you did beat the other one. So that's it. That's the night. And that may have been faster. Oh my gosh. Look, the last time we left Bowser at 119. Those fast strats take. The normal strategies for beating the boss take so much longer. Now we do still have a little while ahead of us, but we are going to recover all of the loss, for sure. We probably do have about a minute left, but we're definitely going to recover the loss and probably get a little ways ahead. Alright. Okay, this is making me excited because we are totally in the running for a new personal best. We're totally, we can make it happen. So last time we left it 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 48 seconds. I believe that we are going to be 30, I don't know, 40 seconds ahead. Oh, Mario, he's like, we were so close, and then Bowser flew to the moon. That's okay. 116, and here are the final 8 to bring us up to 124 moons. You do not collect any moons in the Moon Kingdom, which is weird, but we'll roll with it. I don't need to collect any more moons. I'm fine. I've done enough. It's been an hour and 19 minutes so far. I've collected a lot of moons. So I'm pretty tired of collecting moons. I don't know about you guys. You're probably tired of watching me collect moons. But I really appreciate you for watching so far. Alright, we are headed off to the moon. Watch this. Zoom, we're headed all the way up to the moon. Isn't that exciting? Doesn't that make you excited? Oh, crap. Okay, so if you watch the splits, some weird stuff just happened. I actually forgot to press the button for the end of Bowser Kingdom. So I can actually skip that split and move it to the moon one. So I didn't actually, I don't have to put in a split that's like 20 seconds off. So we don't actually have a split logged for that one, which is frustrating because that would have given us some more data on how far ahead we were. But when I looked at it, it was like 25 seconds behind, and we still had, I think we're close to 35 seconds ahead. So I think we totally have this possible. And I've been practicing actually the escape sequence, which is the final thing in the game. You actually, well, I won't spoil it for you. It's about to happen. These are flowers that make you go really fast. You try to grab 2 there. I didn't, because I'm failing. Alright, this part's kind of crazy. This is called Moon Skip. You skip the Moon Cave, which is a big kind of, it's supposed to be like the final gauntlet to the game. There's a bunch of like platforming style challenges, and then a boss fight against a rematch against Madame Brutal. Remember her all the way back from the beginning? You think that was a long time ago? Most people are doing this like months or weeks after they first fought Madame Brutal. But anyway, point is, oh gosh, I'm messing up. Okay, we're having trouble here. That's okay. I'm pretty sure last time I did really well on Moonskip. That's okay. The point is, by doing this crazy jump... Oh. Okay, that was, I almost messed that up. I almost like lost that whole skip like 3 times. Whatever. By doing that big jump and wall jumping off specific parts of the wall, you can jump all the way up there, and that like hole you saw was like the exit from the Moon Cave. So we just skipped the whole thing. That was still not that bad in terms of time. And we've made it. Oh, come on. I pushed plus a little too early and did the menu instead of skipping the cutscene. This is the Bowser fight. This looks like... Oh, okay. I messed up. I backflipped instead of long jumping, and so I did not skip the fires. It's like... Fire sequence. Anyway. This is supposed to be like the end, right? This is the final boss fight with Bowser. How Mario games classic end. You know? Every Mario game. Pretty much. Every Mario game. I don't know every Mario game, but I can say with certainty that games from across several decades end just like this. This is the final Bowser fight. This is it. Fight the Bowser. That's what I'm doing. What? If you get too close to him and then bring back the cap, he just grabs it. Oh no, I had him! Oh, we are screwing up this kind of badly. That's okay, I still believe it. Oh, not yet touched that. The fiery ball. Bowser's fiery balls. That's the second streak we've had done. 123 out of 126 was the video post. So the fire looks really tall, right? But a single jump, like it's hitbox like. So I like to just jump. Oh. Not missing this. Yep. We did it. This is it. Beat up Bowser for the last time. Beat him up. He has a shield. One more swipe the tail. He's gone. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. The escape. Oh, come on. The escape sequence. This is the escape sequence. The ultimate challenge. Not really, it's not easy. I mean, it's pretty difficult. But essentially, you capture Bowser and smash through a bunch of things. Out of the movie. It sounds easy and fun. It's not easy. It is fun, but it's not easy. Bowser can do triple jumps too, and that one gets all the way up here. Oh god, this could be a personal best. The race is on. Oh, I don't know why Bowser kind of like decided more. Okay, we're into the 2D area. 2D area is scary. That was scary. This is all scary. Okay, that was probably the scariest part of the 2D area. Oh gosh. Okay. Break it off. Break it off. Bowser can shoot fireballs. Besides that. Here's the moon wall. The wall that separates us from the final room of the game. Are you guys ready? We are pushing for the seconds. I don't know if we can make it, but we're gonna go out as best we can. That was not perfect, but we're not perfect. Enjoy the music, guys, and yeah.
Gonna be really close. Guys, this might be it. This might be new personal best. As soon as we move on this is gonna be it. Oh! Oh my gosh! Let's go! Let's go! 126.33 at 22.5 second improvement. Let's go, that's it, that's the end of the game. As soon as he leaves that wire, that's it. That's the end. We did it. Oh, I don't even know how much time we were covered in Bowser, but I think we lost a little bit more on the moon. Oh, it was not my best moon, as evidenced by the only green split, but that was it. Oh, there's Peach. There's a really long and awkward cutscene. You ready? Look at how thick Mario is. I'm sorry, but we had. Oh, there's Tiara. Tiara and Cappy are happy. Maybe, I think they're brother and sister. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're romantically involved. It's not my place to judge them. Look at how thick Mario is. His head is the size of her dress. Oh. Oh. Anime sounds. That is a very slow walk. Oh, Bowser punches him in the... Aha. He's offering him the bouquet. Where's the soiree bouquet when you need it? Fire flower versus the piranha plant flowers. I don't know. It's a tough decision. Ginormous mutant turtle or beautiful hero Mario. Like, let's go, guys. Cat is like, okay, see ya, Mario. Mario's just patting Bowser on the back like, it's okay, man. Relationship trouble. I know what it's like. Oh my god. A new personal best. That's exciting. Oh, bye. We're leaving. Have fun. I'm taking the Odyssey. And then watch it go. Let's run after her. Run. Run. Music's getting louder. He jumps. Donkey kicks Bowser in the face. And that's it. Thank you for watching ever so much. Thank you for those that watched the whole thing. And thank you guys for watching the highlights. Thank you for everything. I'd like to dedicate this to, no, that sounded a lot like an acceptance of dedication speech. That's a new personal best. By 22.5 seconds. That was nerve-wracking. I mean, look at how many times our lead swayed. Like, halfway behind. Cascade through Cloud, we worked our way ahead, and then we lost all of our lead. We went all the way back, 21 seconds behind. Then in Metro, Snow, and Seaside, we built a huge lead again, getting gold splits, having my best times ever in all three of those games. Then in Luncheon, we did terrible. I did terrible. It's okay. But, you know, we lost all of that again, falling 47 seconds behind. Then in Moon, I had my best time ever coming back to 36 seconds behind. Then in Bowser, we'll never know. It was like 30. We made up like a minute of time. And then on the Moon, we lost time and almost lost it all. But we managed to snag a new personal best. Thank you so much for watching. We got the final time, 1 hour, 26 minutes, 33 seconds, 0.32. And, you know what? I want to see where that puts me on the leaderboard. Let's do that right now. Alright, to finish up the video, I'd like to check where my run that I just had would put me on the, like, speedrun.com leaderboards. So this is any %, one player. Sorry, the current world record holder is Mitch with 57.35 from 3 months ago, though Tyrone is right behind him. But you don't want to see that. Let's go down to where 126 is. There's a lot of submitted runs. We're getting closer. 125, 120, 126. We had 126.33, 126.33, and nothing smaller. So that would put us tied for 1,119th, or 1919th. So we are under 2,000. We are on the top 2,000 runners. That's pretty amazing. I mean, I am. I guess we is not exactly correct, but, you know, you were with me. So I appreciate you. And I feel like we are connected. Anyway. Yeah, that would put me in 1919th place, which is pretty cool. Why is there no... Oh, there's two tied for... Yeah, so tied for 1919th place. There's a lot of improvement to be made. Even just the routes and strategies I'm using now can get me down to less than 1 hour and 10 minutes. So there's more. There's more in the future. There will be more speedrun videos. There'll be practice videos. There may be other Super Mario Odyssey, just fun videos. But thank you so much for watching. I've been Arcane Gnu, and I will see you next time. For those of you that watched all of the full speedrun, thank you so much. And like cookies. There you go. I figured I had to say something interesting just for you. So now you're the only ones that know. Those people that watch the highlight reel, they have no idea that I like cookies. Alright, sorry, this is kind of ridiculous. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.